Hi, so my name is Shannon and I live with dissociative identity disorder. Now, I know that I've put out videos before on my channel, but with this video, I just want to kind of describe my story. Okay, so less than a year ago, I was diagnosed with dissociative identity disorder. I had no idea what that meant whenever I got diagnosed. So, let's do a little back story, okay? So I've been diagnosed with all kinds of different mental illnesses throughout my life. I'm 43 years old and I have had ADHD diagnosis. I have had bipolar 1 diagnosis. I have had OCD diagnosis. I have PTSD diagnosis. I have had major depressive diagnosis. I've had pretty much every diagnosis that you can think of over the years. So I was born and raised in California, and then I moved to Kansas when I was about 22 years old. So I had a pretty traumatic event happen to me on April 26th of 2017. My best friend and my ex-husband, who I share 2 children with, committed suicide. And I basically had a breakdown. So I started going to therapy here, where I live now, which is in New Mexico. And I had been going to treatment when I lived in Kansas, and for years and years and years, and never received this diagnosis. Although I had been asked numerous times about being multiple, and at that point in time in my life, I never wanted to even address the subject of whether or not there was a chance I could be multiple. So I started seeing the therapist here where I live now in New Mexico, and he brought up the subject of being multiple. And I just kind of chuckled, and he said, "What do you think? What is so funny?" And I said, "Well, I have been asked this question before, numerous times." And so we started on the subject, and he said, "You have dissociative identity disorder." And so it was kind of like a ton of bricks, because I have heard of multiple personality disorder, but didn't really, grasp the concept of what it meant. So I've had voices, for a long time, but, like anybody, I kind of thought, oh, well, it's just like my subconscious, or whatever. But, as I got male voices in my head, I started to think, well, I don't think my subconscious is male. So, yeah, so when I got the diagnosis of DID, it was very disheartening and very scary. So I came home and started doing lots of research and on YouTube, on the internet, and everything. And so it was a very scary time in my life. So all of my altars that I have, basically, I have named all my altars. They didn't like pick their names, um, so I don't know. Maybe if that's why Nancy now wants to change her name to Stacy, because I basically named them because I didn't know what else at the time to call them. And I think that maybe that's why we still have trouble with communication, because they don't, totally trust me. So, yeah. So back to the subject. Sorry, because I get very off topic a lot of times. But so getting that diagnosis was very, very, hard for me. And so still to this day, I don't remember basically the first 20 years of my life. I remember bits and pieces here and there, but basically the whole time that I lived in California, I don't remember that period of my life. So that's, a blocked out period of my life. And I don't remember what my trauma is or why I became multiple. And so we are still going to therapy, and I don't know if I want to find out what my trauma is at this point in time. But I'm trying to, build up better communication with my alters so that, they can and will work in therapy and communicate in therapy and find out, what happened and why we are multiple. And that was part of the reason why I created this channel, was I thought that it would be a good outlet for me and for them so that we could, help us to heal and maybe to help, somebody out there, maybe it would help them heal as well. So we are, trying to heal, and we want other people to heal as well. So we would like you to, please like and subscribe to our channel. Um, and we will be trying to do more videos with all of the altars. I just wanted to kind of let you know my story. I don't think I've ever really just put out a video about my story and how I found out about my DID and what led up to everything. So this is kind of my story and how we got to where we're at. So I just thought I would kind of put it out there. Please like and subscribe to our channel and push that share button so that other people can find our channel. And everybody have happy holidays, and I hope that you liked this video. Have a great evening. Bye.